The Walking Dead, Season 6. Hey guys, I am back from Comic Con. Forgive me, I am a little bit under the weather. I just became sick from yesterday. But I was there for a good 3 days, and then I just got back today on Sunday. So we gotta talk, guys. I tried to get into Hall H, but you know what? It's you gotta camp out. I mean, you gotta be prepared. I will do this next year. So I tried to get into watch the pilot of Fear the Walking Dead. Just didn't happen. It didn't happen this year. But I got so much to talk about here. I mean, of course, they released the trailers, which was great that AMC released the trailers for both The Walking Dead and Fear the Walking Dead. But we're going to talk The Walking Dead Season 6 because there is a lot to talk about in this trailer. This was a very, very long trailer. Like Batman v Superman, this trailer showed a lot, and I fucking love it. I love everything about this trailer. This season is really setting up to be one of the best seasons. It has that feel to it. It has that tone to it. It has Rick versus the community. Diane and everybody. Alexandria. It's Alexandria, right? I believe it's Alexandria. Alexandria. And then you have Morgan coming into the... Morgan makes this show so much better. You can already tell the magic that's going to happen. Morgan coming in. I mean, you could just tell that everybody just leveled up their game, you know? They really just took a step forward, basically, with Morgan coming in. I mean, Morgan just adds so much to the cast already. No disrespect to any of the cast members, just Morgan's a badass. Morgan's a badass. Excuse me. I guess we gotta talk. I wanted to break it down, but I only have 15 minutes, so it's just so much footage that I'm gonna barely. I'm not gonna barely. I'm gonna talk about the things I really liked and the things that I just have concerns. Just overall what I just really enjoyed about this trailer. This trailer really starting off with Rick from last season. Spoiler alert, but Rick, killing off Pete. And you remember when Morgan saw him do this, and man, this trailer, Alexandria is really afraid of Rick. It seems like Rick has become not a power hungry guy that it's showcasing him to be. Well, he is kind of power hungry. It really feels like he's the villain in this season. I felt that way after watching this trailer, especially with him and Alexandria and Diane. I believe it's Diane. I'm saying her name right. I mean, Diane just really, really is. This community is scared of Rick. Rick is just the alpha dog, basically. And you see Morgan coming in, and they agree. They agree a lot on a lot of things. They agree that you're not supposed to really trust anybody. That Rick tells him, he can't cut corners no more, basically. That he has to do what he has to do, and Morgan agrees on that. I mean, and then even Morgan at one point says, "We're both killers, Rick. We both killed. You know me, Morgan." So. Yeah, I mean, just they agree on things, but Diane is trusting Morgan. Diane wants Morgan to stop Rick because at some point, I think Rick is really they don't want him there anymore. They want Rick out. They feel I think that Rick is taking over. Now you could definitely see a lot of stuff from the comics that are being translated into this season. Especially with the zombie horde. I mean, there is tons of zombies in this preview, this trailer. The zombies look great. They really look really nice. I mean, especially the last zombie towards the end where he's full of leaves, and the one zombie that was just she was opening in her mouth. I mean, these zombies look really, really good. They always look really great, the walkers. But I gotta say though, the zombie horde just got me really excited. And then we have Jesse. Jesse is, Rick, who he really likes, and I like how her son is telling her that, listen, Rick is dangerous. And we see Jesse and her son in a closet as the zombie horde is in their house. I mean, at one point they're gonna translate that from the comic to the show, where a zombie horde basically comes in, Alexandria, right? I'm a little sick, sorry. And Rick and everybody has to fight them off. I mean, where's more? I don't see Morgan in any of that kind of footage. I see Morgan kind of the outskirts of Alexandria. Maybe at some point he does go outskirts. A lot of people do have different kind of little things going on, especially Daryl. But I'll get to Daryl in a minute. But Morgan, the main focus is definitely Morgan versus Rick. It seems like both. It's like Shane versus Rick, but in a different kind of relationship. Where like it's two, like the poster suggests, it's two sides. Rick has Glenn, Michonne. Morgan is pretty much representing Alexandria, and these two have to collide. Rick is pointing a gun at Morgan and saying, "You think you're going to take this community from Glenn, from Michonne? You don't know who you're messing with," or something like that. And you see Morgan just look up at him. I mean, it's crazy. We see a lot of like jump little cuts and stuff. I paused on one because I thought Rick was stabbing Morgan, but he wasn't. They're not going to have any spoilers like that. A lot of people are going to die this season, especially some of the Alexandria residents. Like we haven't really, they're not really characters. They're kind of just, people just to be slaughtered. So this trailer really just seems like it's going to be intense. I think that more character development, more character interactions are going to be way more better because we are at a time after the season 5 where it's just craziness, man. Alexandra's trying to find out what the fuck they're going to do. Diane just loses her husband. She's probably out of it. She looks out of it in this trailer where I think she did just hand power over to Rick and everybody is not agreeing to Rick's ways. And then even Rick telling Daryl, I think this is one of the reasons why the community doesn't like Rick is because Rick says these people have to learn to fend for themselves. And he asks Daryl, "Do you agree on that?" And Daryl straight up tells him, "No, I don't." So that's crazy. I think that's definitely one of the reasons why the community wants Rick out, and they're going to try to use Morgan to get him out. Excuse me. So the question is, if you read the comments about Carl, is that one certain thing gonna happen to Carl? I don't. It won't. It definitely. They're not gonna show it. They're definitely not gonna show like they show on the pages in the comic book. But they might do it. I can see it do it. It's definitely more different than losing something like that from Carl. Spoiler alert. Okay, just real quick. Spoiler alert. It's definitely different losing an eye than losing an arm or a hand, you know what I mean? You could do so much more, just with one eye than just with one hand or one arm. So it definitely, I think they will do that for Carl. It's most likely, but we'll see. Also, this trailer, like, what else can I say? This trailer was definitely, what else is there? Michonne, a lot of zombie kills, a lot of awesome zombie kills that are on the way. I guess we should talk about the ending with Daryl having his own little story going off where he gets captured by, I believe, the wolves. And the wolves are they want to know everything about the community, I'm assuming. And, Daryl's not the type to give it to him. It really was like, teasing the fans like, oh, is Daryl going to die? Excuse me. But you can see Daryl really just fending them off and really just being a survivalist like he is. So I think he'll be fine. Glenn talking to Maggie, saying to watch out for somebody. I don't know if it showed Carol right after. So her role, and we see Abraham burying a body. A lot of people are speculating that Eugene will bite the dust, but I think it's going to be the other way around. And Morgan, going back to the Morgan and Rick thing, because I think that's really the selling point in this trailer, like the Daryl at the end. I think it's crazy, but a gut feeling of mine is that they'll have Morgan actually die at the end of the season and have Rick kill him for something. Because you can't have two like people like that alpha, like, going against each other without some, consequences happening. So gut feeling, I mean, this means nothing. It's taken with a grain of salt, you know what I mean? But I do feel like Rick will take out Morgan. But I don't see how you could do that since, Morgan's the one that saved his ass. So most likely it's not going to happen, but it's just a gut feeling. Everything about this trailer, I really love just the tone of it, the intensity of it, the drama that goes along with it. I think this really is a pickup probably from last season wasn't necessarily bad. I mean, there was really some solid, great episodes, but there were some downers in my opinion. We have a huge cast, and I think some people have to be picked off. I mean, we also have It's interesting that they're pitting Rick's group against Morgan's group, and I like the idea. The Alexandria, I love the idea because, there's a power struggle going on inside the community. They're fighting amongst themselves still. They don't know. There's no trust there. There's no trust. It's going to take a while, so it's definitely interesting. The Zombie Horde, I can't wait to see how they play that. I really think if they're going to waste all their budget money, that's the particular little, maybe it's an arc or maybe a little 2 to 3 episodes where they need to focus their budget on that, because it's a spectacular sight to see in the pages, and I want to see it spectacular in live as well. So that's my really overall thoughts on season 6 trailer. It's awesome. I wanted to get in that panel. I did get to see. I didn't get an autograph, but I was outside where the cast were signing autographs. So I got to see Andrew Lincoln, Rick, Norman Reedus. My buddy took a couple pictures. It's kind of hard because everybody was bunched up, So I'll have that on here. I got a Walking Dead bag. I had to go get it. I went to go get some Walking Dead merch. I'm too fat to get the shirts, so I got to lose weight to get me some shirts. But I'm definitely planning on doing a Walking Dead contest giveaway, maybe towards the end of the year. Once the show comes back on in October. So The Walking Dead, man. I mean, the last issue was insane. I was still thinking about it on the way up there to Comic-Con. But absolutely love where this is headed. I can't wait to see the next season. I think it's going to be intense every fucking episode. So I just can't wait. I love The Walking Dead, and I need more merch, that for sure. Definitely want to get some statues. They had actually some cool recreated kind of like little figurines in like the prison, and they had Dale's van. I mean, it was awesome. You'll see the pictures. I'll post the pictures up. I'm gonna make a video of it. But everything was awesome. It was cool to see the cast right there. Of course, I couldn't go up to them or like even get close because so many people surrounding them. But they're normal people. They're cool guys. It would be nice to have a beer with Daryl, Norman Reedus. But yeah. So thank you guys for listening. I'm sorry if I sound sick and all that stuff. It's just I'm exhausted, guys. Like I'm really I feel like shit, honestly. But I gotta do this. I gotta do these videos because you know what? It's for the people. So I hope you guys got the videos too. I uploaded some videos on my phone. So if you were confused on why I was able to upload videos. And if even though I was gone, I used my phone, but I can only upload, like, the internet sucks, so I can only upload, like, videos that were only so long. So that's it. That's all I got. I'm gonna have a separate video for Fear the Walking Dead. So thank you guys for listening, and until we talk more The Walking Dead, I'll see you guys later. Bye.